Subcontracting in government contracting is like finding a sweet spot between handling a full-blown government contract and merely dreaming of one. It allows businesses to tap into the massive opportunities available in federal projects without the overwhelming burden of direct government dealings. However, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. There are some real risks involved. Let's break down the benefits and the risks of government subcontracting in 2024, packed with facts and presented in a way that even Batman would approve. Stepping stone into government contracts. Imagine diving straight into the abyss of government contracts without a guide. Sounds intimidating, right? Subcontracting offers an excellent entry point for businesses that aren't quite ready to become prime contractors. As a subcontractor, your contract is with the prime, not with the government, allowing you to get your feet wet while learning the complexities of federal rules and regulations. Many businesses find direct government dealings cumbersome, filled with compliance challenges and constant reporting. However, by working under a prime contractor, subcontractors can focus on what they do best while learning the ropes from someone already familiar with the often daunting regulatory environment. Think of it as getting a backstage pass without having to perform the spotlight. Increased opportunities through compliance. Subcontracting also gives businesses access to larger projects, ones that might otherwise be too big for them to handle alone. With prime contractors handling the more significant, overarching contract, subcontractors can swoop in and specialize in their niche. For instance, 37.2% of the $369 billion awarded to top defense contractors was funneled down to small businesses. This trend has continued into 2024, with small businesses becoming critical players in meeting subcontracting goals across government agencies. The FY24 NDAA supports this by setting aside specific provisions for small businesses. This includes modifications to the Procurement Technical Assistance Program, better payment protocols and incentives for contractors working with service-disabled veteran-owned businesses. Reduced bureaucracy, more focus on expertise. Handling a prime contract requires dealing with federal reporting systems, ensuring compliance with the Federal Acquisition Regulation, and managing everything from cybersecurity to environmental regulations. Subcontracting, however, places much of this administrative burden on the prime contractor, freeing up the subcontractor to focus on delivering specialized services or goods. This lighter bureaucratic load means subcontractors can hone their craft, become experts in a niche, and build a reputation, all while the prime contractor bears the brunt of the federal paperwork frenzy. Imagine being a chef who only has to focus on perfecting the souffle while someone else deals with the restaurant's taxes. Prime contractors as mentors. Subcontracting often gives small businesses an opportunity to collaborate with larger, more experienced firms. These prime contractors essentially serve as mentors, teaching smaller businesses how to navigate the complexities of federal contracting. It's like learning to drive with a co-pilot. Prime contractors are there to steer you in the right direction. Prime contractors usually have established relationships with government agencies, know how to meet compliance standards, and have a track record of successful projects. For small businesses, this is an invaluable learning experience and offers the potential for long-term growth by being part of multi-year contracts. Growth potential. Subcontracting allows small businesses to scale more rapidly than they would on their own. As the federal government continues to increase its focus on small business participation, particularly through set-asides for small, women-owned, and veteran-owned businesses, the opportunities are growing. Additionally, many prime contracts are multi-year agreements, giving subcontractors consistent work and a steady stream of revenue. However, growth doesn't come without challenges. Subcontractors must be careful not to become overly dependent on one prime contractor. Diversification is key. Relying on a single source of government work can leave a business vulnerable to the fluctuations and changes in government spending priorities. Navigating payment risks. Payment delays are a significant risk in government subcontracting, even though the FY24 National Defense Authorization Act reduced the notification period for delayed payments from 90 to 30 days. While this improvement is a positive step, subcontractors still face risks of extended delays or disputes with prime contractors that can drain financial resources. Smaller businesses, in particular, need solid financial backing to handle such situations. Clear payment terms and the use of payment insurance or factoring services can help maintain cash flow during these periods. Legal recourse exists but can be costly and time-consuming, making proactive financial strategies essential. Compliance headaches. Subcontractors are not completely shielded from the often overwhelming demands of federal compliance. While they may not directly engage with the government, they still need to adhere to federal regulations governing contracting. This includes complying with strict cybersecurity measures as outlined in the FY24 National Defense Authorization Act, which requires safeguarding sensitive defense information and ensuring all shared data meets rigorous government protocols. Failing to meet these standards can have severe consequences such as contract termination, hefty penalties, or even being blacklisted from future government opportunities. Additionally, subcontractors must stay vigilant and ensure their prime contractors are also fully compliant. If the prime contractor falls out of compliance, it can have a cascading effect, leaving the subcontractor exposed to risks. Close collaboration with the prime contractor, frequent compliance reviews, and staying updated on new regulations are essential steps to avoid falling into these costly pitfalls. Conflicts of interest and legal liabilities. While subcontracting may seem like a low-risk venture, it can quickly spiral into legal challenges, particularly around conflicts of interest. The FY24 National Defense Authorization Act has implemented stricter conflict of interest policies, especially targeting industries like management and technical consulting, where impartiality is critical. For example, if a subcontractor unknowingly partners with a prime contractor that holds competing interests with the government, they could be pulled into legal disputes. These conflicts can arise even when subcontractors are acting in good faith, making it essential to fully understand the prime contractor's other commitments. Beyond conflicts of interest, legal liabilities can arise from prime contractor missteps, as many subcontract agreements contain flow-down clauses. These clauses ensure that subcontractors inherit the same obligations and risks as the prime contractor under the federal contract. If the prime contractor fails in regulatory compliance, cybersecurity measures, or contract performance, the subcontractor may also face legal and financial repercussions. It's crucial for subcontractors to stay informed about the prime's actions, as any breach could lead to the subcontractor losing out on future government opportunities or even facing penalties. This relationship is a bit like being on a tandem bike, a misstep by the prime, and you're along for the bumpy ride. The changing landscape of subcontracting. The government subcontracting world is undergoing significant changes, creating new risks and opportunities for businesses. One major shift is the increasing use of contract bundling, where smaller contracts are merged into larger ones. This practice makes it harder for small businesses to secure prime contracts, forcing them to compete for fewer, smaller opportunities. Subcontracting remains a viable alternative, but the competition is fiercer than ever. Moreover, the rise of AI and new technologies adds another layer of complexity. The FY24 National Defense Authorization Act introduces provisions related to the adoption of AI, requiring businesses to comply with new tech-driven standards. Subcontractors must now adapt to these changes, ensuring they stay competitive and compliant in this evolving landscape. Those who fail to keep up may find themselves left behind as the government contracting environment continues to evolve. That's all for today's video. If you found this breakdown of subcontracting benefits and risks helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more insights on government contracting and business success. Let us know your thoughts or questions in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Stay tuned for more tips and tricks to help your business thrive.